Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into something kind of intriguing from your sources. Tamiya's PS51 purple anodized aluminum paint. You noticed, right, that it often ends up looking more like a delicate lavender, not quite a deep purple. So is that just how it looks? A mistake? Or is there something deliberate going on here? That's our mission. Unpack the story of this specific color. To really get it, let's start with the basics. The science behind Tamiya's polycarbonate spray line, the PS paints.
Right. So the PS line, it's specifically made for those clear, flexible RC car bodies. You know, the ones made of polycarbonate. Lexan is a common brand name.
Ah, Lexan, yeah.
And the crucial thing, you paint these bodies from the inside.
From the inside, okay. Why is that so important?
Well, it gives you this instant clear coat effect right on the outside. Plus, it protects the paint job from scratches and scuffs when you're driving the car.
That makes sense. So the application itself is key. Now, knowing that, how does PS51, this specific paint, work? It says anodized aluminum, but it's not just a flat color, is it?
Exactly, no. It's an effect paint. Inside the can, you've got a semi-translucent purple tint and also these little metallic particles mixed in.
Semi-translucent.
Yeah, it's really designed to play with light, give that dynamic reflection.
And I think our sources mentioned something absolutely critical for PS51, the backing coat. Tamiya specifically says you need one.
Oh, absolutely essential. They state you need an opaque black backing coat behind it.
An opaque black.
Yeah, their PS5 black is what they usually recommend.
Okay, so let's picture this. You're painting the inside of a clear body. You spray this semi-see-through purple with metallic bits. Then you back it all with solid black. What does that actually do to the color we see from the outside? It sounds like, I don't know, paint wizardry. You expect deep purple, but lavender appears.
It kind of is. So think about the light hitting the car. It goes through the clear plastic body, then through that translucent PS51 layer, but then it hits the black backing. And black absorbs most of that light. What reflects back gets changed. The absorption reduces the intensity, the saturation of the purple.
Ah, so the black dulls it down, lightens it almost.
Precisely. It lightens the shade and desaturates it, shifting that potential deep purple into the lavender you actually see. A very specific optical effect. Totally intentional, not a mistake.
Wow, okay, so it's engineered to look different than just purple, which, makes you ask, why?
Yeah.
Why would Tamiya go to the trouble of creating this specific effect, especially given how precise they usually are with names?
That's a great question, and it ties into the bigger picture of Tamiya's paint philosophy. Their names like anodized or translucent aren't just marketing fluff, they're technical descriptions. They have distinct lines, right? PS for the flexible bodies, TS for hard plastics. And different types, opaque, metallic, translucent, each for a specific job. So PS51 isn't meant to be a simple purple like, say, their opaque PS10 purple, or even their PS45 translucent purple, which you'd typically back with silver for a brighter look. PS51 is designed for this one outcome.
Okay, that explains the mechanics and the naming precision. But the inspiration, why this specific anodized lavender effect? Where did that idea come from?
And that brings us to the cultural side, the why. This whole anodized aluminum line, it was tapping directly into a huge trend. The 1990s Japanese domestic market, the JDM car tuning scene.
Well, JDM, right.
Exactly. Think about those brightly colored anodized aluminum parts you'd see on tuned cars back then.
Oh, yeah, like strut bars or fancy lug nuts.
Purple strut tower bars, colorful cam gears, wheel nuts, yeah. Those weren't just decoration, they were signals. They shouted high performance, modified, custom. It was a whole visual language.
And Tamiya, being so deep into Japanese car culture, they're all about authenticity and realism in their models.
Spot on. So creating paints to replicate that specific JDM aesthetic, it was a totally natural move for them.
And the timing fits too, right? You said PS51 came out late 90s, early 2000s.
Perfectly aligns. Right when that JDM tuning style was arguably at its peak visibility, it lets modelers capture that specific moment, that look in miniature. It's like a little piece of automotive history in a can.
So when we look at Tamiya's PS51 purple anodized aluminum, it's not a weird name or a mistake at all. It's this really clever mix of material science, understanding light, cultural observation, and just deliberate design.
Absolutely. It really shows Tamiya's connection to the actual passions driving these hobbies modeling cars. It turns a simple can of paint into, well, a tool for expressing that specific, authentic look.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What other details that seem maybe odd or specific out there in the world are actually these kinds of intentional nods to a time or a place or a specific culture? What story could your next little curious observation uncover? We hope you'll keep deep diving with us.